Let's talk about caffeine safety. Caffeine is not just that stuff in coffee beans. It's a synthesized and also naturally occurring chemical compound found in tea leaves, cola nuts, cocoa beans, and more. It's commonly found in many drinks and foods, like coffee, tea, soft drinks, energy drinks, and chocolate. There are a lot of benefits from caffeine. It helps with focus, alertness, and increased feeling of energy. That being said, like all things, it is recommended to always moderate or monitor the amount of caffeine consumed throughout the day through foods and Herbalife nutrition products. According to regulatory bodies around the world, healthy adults should limit caffeine intake to about 400 milligrams per day. Herbalife nutrition caffeinated products are not intended for consumption by children. Parents should consult their child's pediatrician before providing any caffeinated product to their child. Healthcare providers may even restrict or limit the caffeine intake for pregnant women to 200 milligrams or less than 100 milligrams per sitting, equivalent to 1 cup of coffee. Some consumers with caffeine sensitivity or certain health conditions may have to limit their intake even further or avoid caffeine completely. We advise people with caffeine sensitivity to consult a healthcare provider before consuming caffeine. So keeping track of your caffeine intake is important. It is always advised to read the product labels carefully to monitor your caffeine intake throughout the day. Not being aware of how much you are consuming can have negative effects, such as increased heart rate, jitteriness, or restlessness, and are usually experienced shortly after consumption. These effects can last up to several hours, depending on individual tolerance, medical history, or the amount of caffeine ingested at once. Always use the products as indicated on the labels. For example, 1 serving of herbal tea concentrate is a half a teaspoon, which is the equivalent amount of caffeine as in 1 cup of coffee. It is important to adhere to the recommended serving sizes by reading the product labels. Here's a list of a few caffeinated food items that you might commonly consume. And here are some Herbalife products and their caffeine per serving content. It is important to note that we have several products that contain caffeine of varying quantities. Let's take a look at Sally's Day. She starts with a cup of coffee, 95 milligrams, has 3 doses of total control throughout the day, 82 milligrams per serving. An afternoon 2 servings of Herbalife pomegranate green tea, 50 milligrams, a lift-off before her workout, 75 milligrams, and a piece of dark chocolate after dinner, 34 milligrams. You can see that she's reached 500 milligrams at the end of the day. While some people can handle more caffeine, it is recommended to stay closer to 400 milligrams per day. Sally should cut out a couple of servings of caffeine to lower her intake to about 400 milligrams. Now that Sally is aware of her daily caffeine intake, she will take the right measures to adjust her intake. There you have it. We hope this information helps you adjust your caffeine intake to make sure you're getting its optimal benefits.